Hello, scholars. All right, so this is your lesson for June 1st or June 2nd, which is a Monday and a Tuesday. And this is technically called Lesson 13. And Lesson 13 is all about handing in your final research paper. I'm going to have this come out to you early in case you want to get it done early, but it is due by June 5th. By June 5th, it needs to be here, and it needs to be attached to this assignment to get graded. Let me show you why. On this assignment is the rubric for the paper. So it is impossible for me to grade it without the rubric. So if you have it attached to another assignment, it is not going to be graded because I can't use the rubric. So here are the steps. So you're going to open your draft of your research paper, and you're going to reread it. Please reread it out loud to yourself. Make sure that it sounds good. Don't just hand it in. I know it's very tempting to do that. Check it. Attached to this assignment is a research paper checklist. It looks like this. It's going to ask you to please go through and check your capitalization, to go through and check your spelling. Make sure that you did not use personal pronouns. Make sure you have clear topic sentences. Make sure each body paragraph connects to the next body paragraph. So there are transitions and you move from thing to thing. Make sure that you use parenthetical citations. This is also known as in-text citations. Many of the videos taught you about that. Make sure that you don't have confusing sentences. Make sure you have a works cited page. The works cited should have at least 3 sources. The sources should be reliable. They should be in alphabetical order, and you should have used a hanging indent to organize them. This was in last week's video if you don't know what a hanging indent is. Check the MLA formatting. So this means that it's in Times New Roman, size 12, black font. It should be double spaced, including the works cited. The works cited should start at the top of the last page of your essay. The works cited should not be on the same page as the conclusion. So all of this needs to be true. You should have the MLA heading. Let's put that up here. You should have your last name and page number in the header. And it should have a title on the first page. So make sure that you can check off everything on this list before you move on and start to hand it in. So I'm just going to make this a little smaller so it all fits on one list. Personally, if I had a printer, I would print this out so that I could go through and manually check it off and make sure that I have everything. Okay? Then it has more instructions for you. It says, check it, use the checklist. Have someone else check it. Run Grammarly. Have a peer or a sibling or a parent check it. Format it. Make it MLA. That's what the bottom of this checklist will help you do. Okay? And then you're going to make a copy of it. When you make the copy of it's going to read like this. It would read your full name, final research paper. So mine would say Caitlin Pagano, final research paper. Then you attach that copy to this assignment, and then you turn it in. The objective today is we will format our research paper according to MLA formatting guidelines, but feel free to make any changes that you need to make before you turn it in today. Here is my essay. I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I need to do. So far in terms of the formatting, I have the header correct because it's my last name and the page number. I have my heading correct. I have a title. I'm all good. As I go through, I'm going to use Grammarly to make sure that I have the correct grammar. I'm also going to read it out loud to myself. Now, I don't want you to watch a whole video of me reading my essay. I would rather you spend time reading your essay, but I want to stress to you the importance of reading it out loud to yourself. It's very important. You will fix plenty of your mistakes, if not all of them. Now, I also need to make sure, let me do this in a different way. I also need to make sure that everything in here is in Times New Roman, size 12, black font. I also want to check that my header is in Times New Roman. Oops, I changed it. Times New Roman, size 12, black font. I also want to make sure that everything here is double spaced. Again, I'm using my Grammarly too to go through. Here, that was a good example. According Grayley, after quitting college, she continued her studies in Paris and Vienna. I need to put the two in. It doesn't make sense. My brain was moving fast as I was typing, and I accidentally left that word out. This is gibberish. Okay. All right. I need to make sure in MLA formatting that my works cited starts at the top of the last page. It shouldn't be on the same page as any part of my essay. It should be right at the top of the last page. My cite, I need at least 3 sources. I did check that they were reliable when I did my source review about a month ago, and they need to be in alphabetical order, G, L, M. That's correct. So now I am at this step. Copy it, 6. I'm going to make a copy. The copy needs to say your full name, final research paper. So I would say Caitlin Pagano, final research paper. Okay. And now I'm going to take this final research paper and attach it to this assignment. 6162, attach final research paper. And I'm going to hit turn in. There are 2 grades for this week. The first would be that you turned in the essay, and the second is the research paper essay, which is a major grade. It is graded on this rubric. So look at the rubric too before you turn it in. If you have any questions, email me or Mrs. Rudder. Good luck. I'm excited to read your research papers.